Your trusted connectivity partner, Telkom Business, proudly brings you the Entrepreneurial SME Show.
Welcome to another thrilling episode of the Entrepreneurial SME. I'm your host, Rams Mabote. Starting a dental practice in South Africa can be a jaw-breaking and yet rewarding exercise. Experts state that the key to success is to have a solid business plan, access to financing, and a strong network of professionals. To put that theory to the test, I'm joined by founder and CEO of Charmain's Dental Studio, Charmaine Mboweni. Before we get into the discussion, let's take a bite at the growth of the business since its inception.
I'm Dr. Charmaine Mboweni. I own a dental practice called Charmain's Dental Studio in Midrand. I am the chief dentist, so I focus more on the clinical side. The services that I offer is basic dentistry. So that includes your exam, your cleaning, your fillings, extractions, anything related to basic dentistry, I do it. Dentistry is one of those fields where it's either for you or not. So when I first researched about dentistry, I didn't get much about what I'll be doing as a dentist and all of that. But the more I studied dentistry, the more I fell in love with it, how everything just comes together to, make a beautiful functioning teeth, how you can help someone who is in pain, how you can change someone's confidence with just a simple procedure. After community service, I worked at a private practice for someone else. And unfortunately, where I was working, I didn't like the culture that was there. So they wanted to instill in us to focus more on profit. Like when a patient sits on a chair, this is the amount that you should be claiming and all of that. So I didn't want to be that kind of a dentist. So I opened my own practice because I wanted to practice something that I'm passionate about, which is obviously a practice that focuses more on patients and treating patients than treating the teeth. In the next 5 years, obviously, I see more branches of Charmain's Dental Studio because I want to see more good being done. I want to see patients being placed first. I've also started Smile for Hope, which is basically an organization where we offer free dental work to anyone who is from a less, obviously, socioeconomic status, anyone who can't afford dental treatment. Because I know a lot of people, they say that, dentistry is a privilege and all of that. So I want to put more awareness out there.
Charmaine, good evening, and thank you for coming. Children grow up wanting to build cars, to fly in aeroplanes, to make dresses. You wanted to look inside people's mouths. Is that what you always wanted to do?
Well, I won't say always what I wanted to do, but when I researched more about dentistry, I realized that it deals with two of things that I like, which is people and giving back. So obviously then I researched more, I fell in love with it more. And then
Giving back?
Yes.
Like what?
Being in a
You're
position
taking people's teeth out.
No, but being in a position to help someone who is in need, that is a very rewarding profession to be in.
So in the inset you say you quit because you didn't like somebody's business culture.
Yes.
I would have thought we start businesses to make money, not because we're quitting cultures out there.
I feel like if you like what you do, sometimes money just comes to you. I know that sounds a little bit unorthodox.
It's too philosophical for me.
But for me, I want to focus more on what I do for the patient rather than what am I taking from you. So I didn't want to focus more on finance, but it's very important to find the balance. You can't run a practice, no matter how good you are, if you don't focus more on one thing. If you focus more on obviously services and all of that and not finances, it may obviously affect your business.
I reckon that every 400 meters I walk, I'll see a dental studio, boards saying dentist here. And location is important in the kind of business that you do.
Yeah.
How do you end up in the space that you are and making sure that you will have enough market?
Marketing research is very important. You need to understand the community that you want to open your practice in. Does it require your services? As well as the socio-economic status of the people around there. Because that's going to determine, obviously, what kind of procedures you do more. Are people coming there just because they are in pain, or you get patients as well who are just there for their routine checkups and all of that? So that is very important.
Who comes to you? What separates you from your competitors where you are?
Well, in my practice, the people that come, I would say people who require dental services, and not just emergency dental services, but also people who want to take care of their teeth, are more focused on oral health. They understand the importance of oral health. So I would say those are mostly the market that I get.
It is not a business geared towards repeat clients, right? I mean, I go to my dentist twice a year, I think, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Outside that, what makes the business work? What makes it profitable?
Outside that, like I said, you get patients who are there because they have obviously pain and all of, so you get emergency walk-ins, you get people, if I see a patient, there's a lot sometimes to be done. So it's not just twice a year. You find that your treatment plan requires a lot for us to accomplish. So I would say that what helps in dentistry.
The personal relations should matter in your business, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know of situations where I never went back to a particular dentist ever again. Does it matter that I get to relate with you better, let alone that you do the right things inside my mouth?
I don't know about relating maybe to a personal level, but most of the patients that come to me and the feedback that I get is I take time to kind of understand their feelings, and I take time to make sure that each and procedure that I do, it's also in a very kind and sympathetic manner. So when you take time to understand the person who's on your chair, and as well as you take time to educate them on the right things to do, because you coming when you have pain and then I just treat and you go, but I don't educate you on how can you avoid this in future. That separates me as well.
If you told me how to avoid it, you're not going to see me again. I'll be fine, right?
You'll be surprised how many people I tell to floss and actually they don't floss. So not necessarily.
I want to get into a longer subject, but maybe we should take a break now.
Okay.
So when we come back, we continue our conversation with Charmaine Mboweni. Don't touch that dial.